back here on Call It a Night. We're at Raio Row, and we're so excited to be joined by now former NFLer, spent his entire career with the Chicago Bears, Kyle Long. You recently just hung him up. How does it feel?
It feels really nice to wake up and get down my stairs and get that cup of coffee and not have to worry about like cracks in my knees and ankles and everything. It feels good, and now I get to figure out what I want to do next.
How did it what was the process of like coming to that decision to say, you know, I'm done with NFL?
Well, it was an easy decision for me because the player that I started to see on film didn't mesh with the player I understood me to be. So for years I would see myself on film and I could recognize that player. In the last few years it was just clear to me I didn't have it like I used to.
Right. I mean, yeah, you gotta know when like
but that's the natural
curve.
I mean, that's just like everybody has to deal with that, and the better you can deal with that, the more at peace and closure you'll have.
I'm sure everyone here on Raio Row is like, oh, what's like your second career now or whatever? I know you've only been out for essentially almost a month, but like what do you sort of want to lean into in the future, do you think?
I'd probably say it ranges anywhere from being the person who steps foot on the next earth to like being in sports radio.
I love it.
So
yeah, real low with sports
maybe
radio.
Finding water somewhere on another planet would be sick.
That's sick. So maybe space.
Who knows? They got to build a bigger spaceship, though.
Yeah. I don't know what the requirements are, but definitely
with
those
Wi-Fi.
seats, with Wi-Fi. You know, some snacks, I'm sure, up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but obviously, you know, you got football running in your family. Your dad's going to be broadcasting the game on Sunday. What's sort of like your guys' relationship when you talk about football? Like when you played, did you ever find like any of your conversations, you're like, oh man, dad's talking about that on TV?
Most of the things that I would draw from him were how to deal with situations that arise as a byproduct of football. So the football stuff is like, if you're anything like me, Kyle, you'll figure that out. You know, like from a physical standpoint, it'll just happen. Like Neo in the Matrix.
I love it, yeah.
I know Kung Fu. But there are certain situations that arise as a football player off the field that you need to know how to deal with, and I'm lucky to have a guy like my dad and my brother to be there to support and help me through those decisions.
So then how now is it different? Like, because with you and Chris both
Well, Chris is into a podcast now.
Okay.
I'm trying to possibly get into TV or radio, and my dad has done all of it. So it's like I can still rely on him, which is great.
Yeah. So then, so now in the TV realm, like, what's your dad said about that?
First off, find something you can talk about that you know about. You don't want to talk about something you don't know about.
Yeah, that number one on the list.
I know sports radio and sports TV, guys are covering a huge wide array of things where there may be only a number of things I can really cover with a true lens.
Just take a improv class, and then we've got random fighters coming in here, race car drivers.
You guys do improv class?
Yeah, I did.
I like that. Drama games, I like that.
Yes and?
Yeah, yes and, yeah.
Yeah. We'll play a little mind meld after this. Okay, before we play a little game with you, you are a big music guy. You're a big Creed guy. Is that what I see?
Well, I mean, I tweeted about Creed last week, and now I'm tied to Creed forever.
Creed.
It was one of those things where vacation when we were kids, we had the one vehicle out there, and it had a Creed tape in it. And I don't think the tape ever left the car. It might still be in there.
It's good.
But, yeah, we've always liked Creed.
It's like they're the American version of Nickelback, kind of, right?
I didn't realize Nickelback was Canadian, I'm assuming.
God. What? I'm Canadian. So.
Well, I just figured that they were an awesome rock band, too. And nobody should be judged on where they're from.
I knew you were going to be a fan of Nickelback if you were a fan of Creed, right?
Well, they're both great.
Great. They're both great. Anything else is
fake
news, okay, guys? Okay, then, just speaking of something a little bit more fun, you guys are brothers, Chris and Kyle. What TV or movie characters do you think you guys would be?
I just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh.
And I think that we could do the stunt double actor thing.
Okay, who's who?
I think I would be the stunt double.
Okay, so you're Brad Pitt then.
Yeah, so which is not a bad gig. But,
yeah, it's epic.
Because Leo doesn't have his license, like none of that stuff.
Yeah.
I would probably be the one in trouble in that regard, but I feel like I'd be more the stunt double type than Chris. Chris is like he needs his face to be protected.
Yeah, he's gotta have the hair and makeup people.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I can wear a wig in the car.
Yeah, you can take the bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Okay, we got this here. Speaking of skincare,
beautiful.
What's up?
So Gillette and Walgreens have partnered with myself down here at Raio Row, and we want to get the word out to as many manly men as possible that it is masculine to take care of yourself. Skincare is huge. And since I stopped wearing a helmet every day, it's become clear to me that first impressions are often based on beard, hair, things like that. And I don't have any hair, so I need to be as clean as possible and as trimmed up as I can, because I enjoy having a beard, but I want it to be manicured.
Yeah, you want
it's
it to
like
look
having
nice.
a wild backyard, but wow, it's very well manicured.
Looks like it's been taken care of.
So Gillette and Walgreens, through the month of February, they're going to be doing buy one, get one 50% off on select shave products. And also, don't forget your $4 coupon for razor heads.
Great.
So Walgreens.com and your local Walgreens. Go check it out.
Looks like you just shaved with those today.
I got to every day.
You got it every day. It's a lot of work, but you know what's not a lot of work is trash talking. So, you know, on the field, you're hearing like chirps from the fans. You're maybe dishing it out
Chirps,
to
yeah.
the other guys. We have a game we like to play called Chirp in the Blanks, and it's kind of like Mad Libs. You're going to tell me, I'm going to ask you like, you know, noun, name, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You're going to tell me it. We're going to fill out this chirp, and then you're going to read it to the camera, okay?
Okay, go ahead. Try me. How about you go first as like an example?
No.
Okay, I'll go first. I get how this game works.
No. Okay. We have the right here. Okay, let's start off with, tell me a synonym for beautiful.
Pretty.
Famous actor.
Tom Cruise.
A farm animal.
Cow.
Okay. Well, let's see what the chirp generator has
So
for
this is like an
us.
algorithm? Okay.
Yeah. No, you're gonna read that to that camera. Okay.
Hey, Jimmy G, everyone thinks you're so pretty. Well, guess what? To me, you look like a bootleg Tom Cruise. It's funny that we got the hair match, had a baby with an old cow. I'm sorry, Jimmy
That's
G.
epic.
You
That's
know
an
I think you're
epic-
super handsome, bro. It must
Just
be a
but you bootleg Tom Cruise.
bootleg Tom Cruise.
Oh, that. Okay.
Face ass.
Awesome. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you. That
for
was
having
fun.
fun with us here today. Okay. Kyle Long, check out all the Gillette awesomeness, Walgreens. You heard it here. We're going to have more on Call It a Night when we return. Don't go anywhere.
And listen to Creed.
Hey everyone, JSB here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Fubo Sports on YouTube, or else I guess you could watch puppy videos. That sounds good.